What's good, guys? I am Naja, and today we are going to be talking about how festival fashion has evolved.
Boy, hot. Boy, hot.
So I came into the scene as a baby raver in 2013. To my first show, I just wore these like neon green denim shorts, a black tee, sneakers, a hat. It was very basic. But going to that event, I noticed what other girls were wearing, and it was a lot of fluffies, and they had like fishnets and leg wraps and little tiny gems, not like the big gems that you see now, but just like little tiny gems that they would put on with eyelash glue. That really got me started in figuring out what I liked. Along with this were rave bras, which I didn't make until later on being in the scene, and then flower crowns and fluffies. Flower crowns I was never really a fan of. It just wasn't my vibe, didn't really get it, I guess. And then fluffies I still wear to this day. I love fluffies. I like the way it makes your legs look. I like the silhouette it gives them. And yeah, I still have a few colors that I just rotate here and there when I go to shows, and don't really want to do too much with my outfit, but it still gives like a little flair, you know? So while we're talking about accessories, let's just talk about how it's evolved to now. So I think you see a lot more of the critter clips, cat ears, wolf ears, whatever, those kind of accessories. I haven't personally gotten into them, but I've definitely been looking at more critter clips. So I think it'll probably end up becoming something in my closet this festival season. And then you see a lot more like goggles. Back then there were a lot of diffraction glasses that looked like the 3D glasses, but now they're much more high quality. You can get them from multiple websites, so it gives you a lot of different variety. The kinds of diffraction glasses, it used to be just like blue and yellow colors, but now you get to see like reds and blues, and there's ones that can make them look like stars and ones that can make it look like hearts. So lots of options in that area. And then another one that has been very popular has been pashminas. And I never really understood pashminas. I will say, like, I was kind of a hater and would call them scarves all the time. I did get my first one a couple months ago because it's cold here in Michigan, and seeing my friends with them basically convinced me, like, maybe you should get this so you can be warm on your walk home. So I got my first pash. I'll probably grab a couple more for this festival season. Still not a huge fan. I don't get the hype about them, but they are really handy when you want to have a little bit more coverage, a little bit more warmth. So I get that aspect of it. I think it's also a really great accessory because guys don't really have that many options when it comes to festival fashion, rave wear. There are some guys that go all out, but most guys keep it basic, and I think it's really nice that they can use pashminas to kind of give their outfits flair as well. Another way I accessorize now, as well as back then when I first started raving, would be with my hair. I do a lot of like color in my hair, and I wear wigs. Back then I wore some wigs, but not really like how I do now. And then I would also do dreads and just install those in my hair, have my friends install them in my hair. And it just gave my outfit a different kind of look. I would do lots of colored dreads, waterfall dreads that were just like very big and could come down. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And then the final way I accessorized that I didn't really do back then would be with my shoes. So I got my first pair of platforms last year in January. So since getting my first pair, I became obsessed, and now I probably own almost 10 pairs of platforms just within this past year. I'm so obsessed that I wore platforms all throughout Forest last year. I wore them to Lollapalooza, I wore them to Rolling Loud. Basically all the festivals I hit last year, I wore my platforms, which people are like, oh my god, how didn't you die? But they're actually really comfortable. I just tell everyone that platforms are like a big sneaker. It's just like a tall sneaker. And outside of work, whenever I get the chance, I'm always in heels anyway, so it doesn't really make that much of a difference to me. So outfits. Going from that basic outfit to the denim shorts and then seeing what all those girls were wearing, I definitely went shopping before the next event that I went to that next weekend. And I bought this like bright purple dress, and it was like, I don't know, you get them off of like rave sites or like dance shops or whatever. And it was just like very form-fitting. It had like cutouts right here on the chest, and then there was also like a very low back to it too, so that was really cute. And then I also paired it with my first pair of fluffies that were like these rainbow fluffies and super cute. Loved those, and I still own them to this day. And then after that, it was a lot of like simple outfits, lots of leggings, booty shorts with neon colored tops. I did a lot of tie sides, which were just bikini bottoms with really long sides, like to tie, you know. And then I also did a lot of leg wraps. Some people call them gartinis is what I've heard them been referred to as, but lots of people just know them as leg wraps. Did a lot of those, and then fluffies, of course. I also made rave bras and did a lot of candy, so it was definitely that candy kid era that I was first coming into the scene, and I'm so thankful for that because I feel like people still trade candy, but it wasn't like it was back then, and I kind of miss it. I remember making a lot of candy masks back in like 2014, 2015, somewhere around there, and doing like themes. So I had a Flosstradamus mask when I went to Flosstradamus, and I made Powerpuff Girl masks for a Life in Color for me and all my girlfriends, and we all like matched, and it was really cute. That's one thing I do miss. I miss like the day glows. I miss the Life in Colors. Basically wearing a lot of neon and wearing a lot of white and just having a big old paint party. Very messy, but everyone should go to a Life in Color at least once in their life because they're fun, they're an experience. So 2016, 2017, wore a lot of black. That's when I really got into whipping, and so the whip just glides better on your body when you are covered. So I wasn't really showing off my stomach as much, kept my legs covered so the whip could just move better around my body. Then 2018 is probably when I got into like the S&M kind of look, and that was a lot of chains and leather and black and mesh and fishnets and just pairing that all together. More of like a badass kind of vibe. That's what I was trying to put out, I guess. But really I just dressed in whatever made me feel comfortable. If I was feeling bright and colorful one day, I would do that. If I wasn't, then we just keep it low key, and it wasn't really that big of a deal. And then last year in 2019, it was kind of like a mix of all of those looks, but definitely using my platforms to set off my outfit. Like, those are my tried and true. If I'm ever feeling weird about an outfit, I just throw on a pair of platforms and I feel way better about it. And now the trends that I'm into, I guess, would be pashminas. I understand them a bit more now, and I'm not as much of a hater. And then still the platforms. Jewels, I'm starting to understand. I don't like the ones that go across my forehead because I feel like I have a small forehead, so it doesn't look right on me, and I think it just like takes up a lot of space on my face. But I definitely have done like the jeweled pasties, and I'm just very into themes. So if I want to do like a space babe kind of outfit, I've done like my light up platforms with some like straight like cyclops glasses. I've definitely done like the whole visor thing. Yeah, I just like to do themes now. The number one trend that I'm seeing right now for this upcoming festival season are butterflies. And I love butterflies. I think they're a really good spirit animal. I kind of feel it. Lots of pastels are going to be popular this festival season. Right now, I'm pretty much here for it. I think I look good in pastels. I like butterflies, but it's kind of overwhelming. Some of these outfits that I've been seeing online, kind of overwhelming with the butterflies. But we'll see what's in store. It's only March, so there could be more trends coming, but definitely butterflies are a big trend this season, and I can definitely see myself getting behind that. What are some of your favorite trends that happened in the scene earlier or that are happening now? I would love to know your thoughts, so leave a comment down below. Like this video and subscribe to my channel if you have not yet, because it really helps me out and I would love to keep growing with you guys. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.